This, I think, is a photo I took from a catalog somewhere, so I didn't take it myself. And it's something we put on the website, I think. So you see the castle and you see the bridge. There's something special about the bridge, no, Cindy?
Yeah, first there's a story that very few people talk about. Is it once upon a time it collapsed?
Wow.
You can see to the right-hand side, there are these little arches
Mm.
way off to the right at the bottom of the right-hand side. There's an arch there, right?
Yeah, yeah,
And
exactly.
that's where it was. And then it was rebuilt. So it was from the Middle Ages. No, it was later than that. It was from the Renaissance, from the 1500s. And you needed a document, identity document to get from one side to the other at that time.
Wow.
Nobody had documents, right? So people didn't cross from each other, so they didn't know each other. The people on one side of the river didn't know the people on the other side of the river. And today, people on one side of the river don't mingle with people from the other side of the river. Crazy, yeah?
Yeah, it's crazy. It is, but it's so common in a way. I mean, I come from a town in Germany, Cologne, much bigger town, of course. But we also talk about the wrong side of the river, right?
Right, right, right. I have a picture that I took last week. Actually it's the same view. And in front of it, there's an Olympian with the Olympic torch. The Olympic torch went through Dolceacqua.
Mm,
And you know how Italians are kind of noisy?
yes.
They had to stop the traffic on the road because there were so many people. It was a sea of people in Dolceacqua,
Wow.
and people spoke at a whisper. So there were just low murmurs of voices and the church bells clanging, 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 and the fellow coming through with the torch. It was so respectful and so much pride and dignity
Mm,
that a little tiny town like this could muster up such support and feeling for their country. I thought was really, really beautiful.
yeah. And you live in Dolceacqua. Do you live on the right or the wrong side of the river?
Well, of course I live in the right side, which is the
Okay.
left side. Not
Right. Okay.
I lived in the village for 9 years, 10 years,
Mm.
and I lived on the left side of the village, left side of the river. And I swear to God, I don't know people from the right side. Nope.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. So the old part is on the yeah, on one side of the bridge you have the old part, right? So which is kind of
Yeah,
built into
under
the
the
rock
castle.
under
Yeah.
the castle, right?
Yeah.
And yes, and so basically you have to cross that bridge on foot,
Yep.
and it's pretty steep actually, right? So, and
Well, it
it's
depends on how old you are, whether it's steep or not.
well, it can be.
Yeah.
And here we go. So that is a picture I took, and you see the nice light there. I don't know what part of day it was, but yeah,
Well
nice,
done,
light. Yeah,
Baron.
there's a river.
This is Roqueta.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that's Roqueta.
Okay, so this is not Don Chaco.
And way at the bottom, you see all that overgrown green, and
Yeah.
hidden inside the green, you could almost make out archways.
Hmm.
And those archways are from a Roman aqueduct.
Okay. Well, wonderful.
And that's not to be confused with the lady in the bikini on the other side.
Yes, but this is
Oh,
Don Chaco. Yes. Yes. Now, a certain Claude Monet painted Dolceacqua in 1984 and
18, 18.
1884. Oh my God. Yes, 1884, of course. And Claude Monet, of course, in the Impressionist style. And we had this idea to work on perspective. There's also a spot on the other side of the river where you can actually look through a frame and you can see the castle. But depending on where you stand, of course, you have different perspectives. And they also have the poor Claude in the water there, half under the water.
His boat is not doing so well, is it?
No, but he's still painting, right? Right, a little tourist attraction there. Um, right, and entering the village for me was almost like entering a building because sometimes you don't know whether you are inside or outside, because some of these alleys are covered, others are open, they're very narrow, and it feels a bit like a labyrinth. And it
Bernd,
feels,
what were your first emotions when you stepped into this part of the village? Do you remember?
I think it was awe. Uh, I was kind of overwhelmed and I didn't find words. It was curiosity, so coming round one corner, in a way, of course, the style is similar, but then you see these umbrellas or you see little things on the wall. So there are a lot of little surprises there, and I could spend a whole day there just walking around.
Yeah.
And that's, of course, how you go up.
On the left hand, if you go back on the left hand, those archways, those flying buttresses, do you know why they were there?
I think you mentioned earthquakes, no?
That's right, to keep the buildings from rattling into each other.
Wow. Yes. Yeah. So it almost feels like some kind of living being, right? So the village is kind of feels organic and not built, as if it had grown like a plant, and it's all kind of built on top of one another.
Yep.
And I was you put me up in an Airbnb there, and when I opened the windows, I didn't see the sky. I mean, on the one hand, on one side of the flat, I could see the river, and I could take the photo of Claude in the water there. That was from my window. But
Wow.
on the other side, basically you see into other people's windows, and everybody is hanging the washing out of the window and so on. So you
Yeah.
really, it's like in an old Italian movie. And and here we have a little model of the castle. So this is, I believe, in the what's it called again? The Visio.
Visionarium, which is a teeny tiny little theater.
Hmm.
These are, you can tell that they're teeny tiny pieces of something that has
Yeah.
made this. And those are pieces of olive wood,
Wow.
maybe 2 centimeters by 2 centimeters. And the carpenter who built this also redid the structure itself, the theater itself. And he has these 3D films from all over the world, and one of them is a film of the valley
Yeah.
where Dolceacqua sits. And that's one of the things that we would visit with a group of people who eventually could come to visit. And it's just, yeah, enchanting.
Yes, it is. Yes, and it's also interesting because you get these 3D glasses, right? So there was a time when they were state of the art and modern and avant-garde even, and now they're kind of cute and retro, right?
That's well said. It's true. Yeah.
But it is immersive, right? So you kind of feel,
Yes.
and it's also handmade, right? So the guy who runs the place,
Yeah, it's
he,
all handmade. He has an arch ceiling also, and
Mhm.
the film that he shows you is not just on the screen in front of you, it's also on the arch ceiling
Yeah,
above you.
exactly. Yeah,
So
yes,
you're in the scenery.
yeah, yeah. And of course, immersive, I mean, we call this an immersive experience, what we're doing, because we are in the village and in the castle, and we are doing something in nature as well. But then also you have the vintage immersive here in the
Yep.
Visionarium.
Yep.
And yeah, these are pictures I like very much. So I basically doorways or little things you find on the walls, like
Yep.
mini Dolce Aquas. And this is the castle. It's a ruin, of course. And we felt that this would be a wonderful stage.
Yes, yes. But
And we,
well, there are lots of nooks and crannies in the castle that could be a very nice stage as well.
yeah,
Little tiny classrooms, ancient
exactly.
classroom. The castle is from the 1200s.
Hmm. Yes, absolutely. And this here is the Harmony Farm. And it's not a photo, it's actually a video, and you can hear how noisy it is there. So being there and walking around, taking these little films, videos, photos, and so on, I found very soothing as well because there are not many places where you have total silence. I mean, here you could hear the wind a little bit, but you said there are also moments when there is absolute silence.
I love this little video, Bernd. I don't think I've seen this before. This is really magical. I mean, you can see the leaves move, a tiny sound of the wind, but really pretty much that's it.
That's it. Yeah, yeah. And this is the setting for day one of our experience. And can you tell us a little bit about what we're going to work on day one?
Well, like you mentioned before, we're going to take a bit of a look at perspective.
Mm.
We're also going to explore the land itself and to look for some things on the land, to do some searching around, a little treasure hunt for gratitude is one of the things we're going to do. And another thing that I'm really excited about is to spend time, just time in the silence and to collect little sounds. And then we'll get together after we've done this, and Bernd is going to accompany us on the guitar, and we're going to reproduce the sounds that we've heard. So we're going to make a little symphony from silence. And then everybody gets to take home their little recording of the symphony that they have created and performed.
Mm. Wonderful. And it's, of course, also a way of being present in the moment, not being on your phone, not being somewhere your mind your body is here but your mind is somewhere else.
Yep.
And yeah, so it's also a way, I think, what the people who join us for the retreat will experience is that when you spend time in silence with others, which is not something we often do, and then after a while the first person speaks up again, suddenly this is very powerful.
Yes, it is. It
And
is.
everybody listens in a different quality than if everybody is chatting on top of one another, as we often do.
You're right. You're right.
Mm.
Another thing I find very interesting, I had some retreats here on my farm this summer and also visitors coming and going. And almost invariably, someone will fall asleep. And I find that one of the best compliments anybody can give. And that means that they have left their world behind, they're relaxed, and they are comfortable enough in their surroundings that they can just let go.
Yeah, and they feel safe.
And they feel safe.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I put blankets out under the trees with some pillows if you want, and people just sleep in the sunshine
Mm.
and take a break from their hectic lives.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
mhm.
And yeah, this is Dolceacqua in the evening.
And also behind me is Dolceacqua in the evening.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And behind me, this is not Dolceacqua in reality, but it's kind of an imitation. I asked AI to actually generate a an unfinished medieval painting of Dolceacqua, right? And one of the activities that we're going to do on day 2 is actually drawing. And and something I wanted us to do today is actually a very simple drawing of Dolceacqua. So I made one here with a bridge and the water and the castle on top. I'm terrible at drawing, but I try to keep it simple so that it's.
I think it's beautiful, Baron. Don't say you're terrible. I think it's wonderful. And the point is that anybody who comes to do this project with us, you don't have to be an artist.
Absolutely. And so, of course, these things then have a metaphorical meaning. So, for example, if you think that the river is time, maybe your life, maybe the emotions that go through your body right now, maybe your blood pressure, maybe there is maybe it's up, maybe it's down. The river, the bridge over the river is always something like a threshold, is going into another world, is stepping into the future, is stepping into something. And then I thought of the little alleyways up to the castle. The castle could symbolize where you want to go, maybe, or the person you want to become, or something you want to, I wouldn't use the word achieve or accomplish because that sounds a bit like goal setting, but something you want to have in your life that is maybe not there right now. And so the way up there is not straight, so maybe you get lost somewhere on the way. There are a lot of little buildings there. Maybe each building could symbolize one part of you that makes you stop. For example, the doubting you, or the preoccupied you, or the curious you, or the intellectual you, or whatever it is, right? So in a drawing activity, so we would give everybody the time to draw their version of Dolceacqua, a simplified version of Dolceacqua, and then share, if they want to, if they feel safe enough to share, what the different houses, the castle, the bridge, and the water actually mean for them.
I love this activity, and you said an important word for me, and that is metaphor. So as we're looking at perspective and we're looking at something in front of us, what is the metaphor that it can be? Wow. Wow. Can I talk about one of the activities that I would like to do?
Yes, please.
So I would ask people to go on a treasure hunt for gratitude. And what they find could be something that is it could be an object that's a reminder of something that you're grateful for, or it could be something that is a metaphor. I've done it here on the farm, and somebody came back with an olive branch, and we were lucky enough to be in the season when the branches were blooming. And the point was that this olive branch in blossom was a metaphor for the person. And part of what we're doing with these storytelling of gratitude is that Greg Braden is a biologist, and he's been doing research. And what he finds is that if you can hold a feeling for 17 seconds, your brain chemistry starts to change. So if you can hold a gratitude for 17 seconds, then you can change what's going on in your brain. So I looked around on my desk before we got together, and I found something on my desk.
Oh.
This is a Himalayan salt candle. And this is a gift from my friend Anna. That's not her real name. But Anna was an Olympic skier. And she lives on the mountain next to me. And if I can talk about Anna for 17 seconds, and the gratitude that I feel for her life in my life, then I can start to change the chemistry. So Anna is very much helpful in that what she's done for me as an athlete has taught me how I can be an athlete too. And I'm grateful that she shared about how athletes prepare. They prepare mentally in their mind. And if they're going to do a run down the mountain as a skier like she does, then what they do is they do it in their mind. They practice, and your body doesn't know the difference between if you're really doing it or if your mind is doing it. So I'm grateful that Anya gave me and introduced that idea to me and that I can live that because of her.